Most people think the Bible only talks about one God, Yahweh or Jehovah. But if you open the Hebrew scriptures carefully, you'll find something surprising. The Bible actually mentions other gods as well. So, how did Yahweh go from being one of many gods to becoming the one and only God that millions of people still believe in today? Knowing this information changes everything, especially how we read the Bible. Hi, welcome back. In this video, we are not looking through the lens of religion. We're sticking to historical facts, cultural context, and what the Bible actually says. In early Israelite religion, Yahweh was one of many gods. This may sound shocking, but the Bible itself preserves traces of this ancient belief system. In Psalms 82:1, it states, God has taken his place in the divine council. In the midst of gods, he holds judgment. In Deuteronomy 32:8-9, in the Dead Sea Scrolls, and the Septuagint version says, when the Most High gave the nations their inheritance, he fixed the boundaries of the peoples according to the number of gods. Yahweh's portion was his people. Jacob was his allotted heritage. So Yahweh wasn't the supreme creator just yet. He was Israel's assigned deity in a larger pantheon. Archaeology and comparative mythology shows that Yahweh didn't come from nowhere. He may have started as a war god or a storm god worshipped by the nomadic people in the region of Edom, Seir or Midian, south of Canaan. Over time, Yahweh was merged with El, the chief god of the Canaanite pantheon. Exodus 6:3 hints at this shift. I appeared to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob as El Shaddai, but by my name Yahweh, I was not known to them. Genesis 14:18-22 also introduces El Elyon, a separate high God figure worshipped by Melchizedek or Melchizedek. These verses reflect a period when El and Yahweh were still being distinguished before they were fused into one identity. Early Israelites did not deny the existence of other gods. They just chose to, kind of by force, to worship and recognize one supreme God. This is called monolatry, devotion to one God while acknowledging the existence of other gods. Exodus 20, verse 3 states, you shall have no other gods before me. That does not deny the existence of other gods. It just prioritizes Yahweh. 2 Kings 17:29-31 even names gods that were worshipped in Israel from other nations, like Nergal and Ashima. The Bible reveals that worship of many gods was common, even among Israelites. Yahweh was the national God selected for Israel, not yet the only God. The big shift from many gods to only one happened in the Babylonian exile in the 6th century BCE. With Jerusalem destroyed and the temple in ruins, the Israelites redefined who they were and who their God was. Prophets like Isaiah began to claim that Yahweh just wasn't their God, but the only God that exists. Isaiah 45:5 says, I am Yahweh, and there is no other. Besides me, there is no God. This shift wasn't just theological, it was a survival strategy. To maintain their existence in exile, the Israelites reimagined Yahweh as the one true God, the universal God. So here's the bigger picture. Yahweh began as a tribal deity and was worshipped alongside other gods in ancient Israel. Over centuries, through war, exile, and cultural evolution, he became the one and only true God of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. But the Bible still contains footprints of its polytheistic past. Verses, names, and stories reflect a world where many gods existed, and Yahweh was just one among them. Understanding this isn't about belief or faith, it's about history. It's about how Yahweh is a lesser God in the Canaanite pantheon. And history tells us that the idea of having one God has a long, complicated origin story. So this brings our first Bible Basics series to a conclusion. In this series, we did an introduction, well, a reintroduction video called to community video. We talked about how the Bible was written, how we got the Bible we have today. We talk about the world that the Bible came from or was produced in. We also talk about Israel and the surrounding nations. And we also talk about Yahweh, and that Yahweh is just a lesser God in the Canaanite pantheon and how it is now worshipped by millions today. So check out the Discord for more information on this video, and I will put a list of the names of gods that show up in the Bible. I will see if I can do a personified list and a non-personified list. The link is in the bio.